Hey everybody, it's Kendra. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you've been here before. My video today is a special video that I've been meaning to do for like the last 2 months, maybe longer. I've been talking about this. My video today is all about my favorite sheet masks and just kind of, my thoughts on sheet masks in general and sort of when I started using them and everything. So yeah, I have a bajillion sheet masks. This is actually what my stash of sheet masks looks like. I have this big honking box from IKEA and it is full. It is super, super heavy. I'd say I have at least like 100 in here. So I'm well stocked on sheet masks for a while, but sheet masks are definitely one of the things that I'm always buying. Like anytime I see new ones, I'm like, I haven't tried that one. I need to try that one. So I do love my sheet masks. Most of my sheet masks are from Korea. I feel like most of the sheet masks you see nowadays are Korean, but I definitely have used Japanese ones and also Taiwan. One of my favorites is from, well, it's manufactured in Taiwan, but the company I believe is from LA. Anyway, so if you've never used a sheet mask comes in a package like this. It's always in like a little pouch. Basically, it is some type of fibrous mask. And it's always sort of round, and sometimes it'll have little slits kind of around the perimeter so that you can smooth it onto your face. There will always be eye holes and like a little slit for the nose and a little hole for the mouth. The tissue that it comes in will definitely vary by brand. It definitely seems like some of like the more affordable ones, the more inexpensive sheet masks, use a fiber that I would compare sort of as like a thick paper towel. Some of the fancier ones, more expensive ones nowadays, you're starting to see like sort of this paper towel mixed with some kind of gel, kind of like a jelly sort of texture. And you're also starting to see this sort of like biocellulose material, I believe it's called, and some sort of like coconut fiber masks. Those ones, the only issue I have with these newer sort of formula, they can be kind of hard to apply. Often if it's this fancy sort of gel technology, the sheet mask will be surrounded by like 2 sheets of plastic and then folded up in this little pouch of serum, so that when you take it out, you have to unfold it and take off these layers of plastic, and sometimes it can just be kind of messy and it sticks to itself and yada yada. But anyway, that's basically the gist of a sheet mask. It's like a mask and then it's soaked in some type of serum or essence that is in the pouch. You wash your face, do your whole routine, whatever, and then you put the sheet mask on and basically leave it on. I like to leave it on until it's dry or almost dry. I think they say to leave the sheet mask on usually 15 to 20, 25 minutes and then remove it. I definitely have been known to leave them on for like an hour or so if I'm watching TV or a movie or something. It doesn't really matter if you leave it on extra. That's not a problem. It's never caused me any problem. Okay, so that's basically what a sheet mask is, in case you're not familiar with them. A lot of sheet masks, as I said, come from Korea. I lived in Korea for 2 years. I was there from late 2008 to late 2009. Then I left for a year, and then I came back in early 2011 and left in early 2012. So it was really during my second year there that I started to get super, super psycho into sheet masks, but I had used some during 2008. Now, between that chunk, like between those 2 years, I was gone for 1 year, and I did spend some of that year in Japan. And I definitely tried some Japanese sheet masks, but I always come back to the Korean ones. Like the Korean sheet masks are just the bomb diggity. I love them. So how often should you use a sheet mask? I'm a huge fan of using them every single night. It's not going to do you harm. Basically, sheet mask, it's just adding like some nice essence into your skin, some serum. Also, I really love doing sheet masks at night because you can't really do a lot with them on. You can't really walk around and be super, super active because they're gonna fall off. So I really like to do them at night to sort of just like force myself to stop and just finish my day, take some time to chill out and relax while this mask is, like getting all the good stuff into my skin and drying out. But yeah, I would totally recommend do it as often as you want. Every night is absolutely fabulous. Also, another little tip regarding sheet masks. You will notice with some of these masks, they come soaked in so much extra serum. So you can't possibly use it all at one go. So I like to do the mask, let it dry out, and then usually, you know, when it's done, I'll peel it off and I'll sort of let the excess serum sort of sink in. When my skin is kind of, you know, kind of dry, then I'll take a little bit more of that serum from the pouch, put it on my hands and just kind of pat it in, but there's still always excess. Save that stuff, you know, use it the next morning, use it the next night, just keep using it. It's free serum. Serum is often kind of expensive. So boom, there you go. You've got plenty of extra serum to, you know, just keep using. But this does tend to be a problem for me because I like to use a different sheet mask every night. So then I end up with all these empty like packets, like all these foil packets that don't have the mask anymore, and it's just a ton of serum, and I just have them all lined up like on a shelf, like, okay, I need to use that one, I need to use that one, and then I never end up doing it. You could do it all over your body. Okie dokie, so let's get into some specific masks. So these are my favorites. I have, I think, 5 or 6 different brands that I really, really love, and I have a couple different masks from each brand because all these brands, they come out with different lines of sheet masks. Their masks use different fibers, they have different serums, they're targeting different things. I will also mention a couple other brands that I don't actually have here that I really, really love. But first things first, I would say my all-time favorite sheet mask brand, actually my favorite Korean skincare brand, is the brand Innisfree. So I have a couple different lines of sheet masks from Innisfree that I really, really like. So these ones, this is the Innisfree It's Real Squeeze Mask. Okay, so I have one, this is in lime, and then this one is in bija. So bija is a Korean berry, I believe. And they often make tea out of it, but I think if you're using like these like leaves, it's really good for acne. And lime is like lime and citrus, anything is really good for brightening. These ones are very, very inexpensive. So this range, the It's Real range, they probably have like 18 or 20 different ones. They've got strawberry, shea butter, rice, avocado, la la la. These ones are super affordable. These are each like $1. The fiber is definitely on like the paper towel sort of range, but they're really good. You know, there definitely are a lot of cheap sheet masks out there. These ones are definitely in like the cheap range when it comes to price, but the quality is really, really good. This was always one of my favorite ones when I lived in Korea. Now, the next Innisfree one, these are their second skin masks. Okay, so this is a little bit fancier. These are definitely a bit more elevated for Innisfree. So this is a lift up one, so that's kind of like a firming anti-aging one. And then I also have a brightening one. I did have like an acne one, and that one was really good as well. I believe the fiber on these, I can't remember because it's been a while since I did the last one. It's definitely more on that like gel sort of texture, that kind of like biocellulose. These ones were great though. I am always a fan of an Innisfree sheet mask. Amazing. Okay, the next brand I want to talk about is Freet, and I think Freet is part of the brand Sue. So you see like Sue, Freet. This one only says Freet. These are from the Donkey Milk line, okay? I love the Donkey Milk healing line because my skin is definitely more on like the acne prone side, but then they also have the Aqua one that is good for moisturizing, and then in this range they do have one called whitening, but don't be scared when it says whitening. When you see Korean beauty products that say whitening, it basically just means brightening. So it's going to make your skin more glowy, more luminous. Do not worry about the whole whitening thing. I had this conversation a million times when I lived in Korea. These ones are so, so, so good. I often order stuff from Memebox, and I think every order I get from Memebox, I always get like 2 or 3 extra of the healing ones because I love them so much. These ones are quite affordable. I think these are each $3. I think they're around 3. So I always am looking out for a package if I can get a deal, save a little money on them. These ones, the texture is definitely more on that gel sort of side of things. And I believe these, when you unfold them, I think there's sort of like a sheet, it's sort of like a plastic mesh on one side of it, and then it's all sort of folded. I don't really have an issue putting these on. I do feel like these ones, it's sort of that mixture between like paper towel, but more on the gel side. It's more of this like fancy sort of technology for the texture. When I use the healing ones, I definitely feel like my skin is clearer the next morning, and my skin just looks so much better. Like with all the masks I'm talking about today, I can't really describe how my skin is looking better, but it definitely looks better. There are plenty of sheet masks I've used that like are just kind of like, meh, whatever, it's nothing special. But the ones I'm talking about today, I definitely can notice a difference. Okay, another brand that I love for sheet masks is Skin 79. So they have this garden mask, the fresh garden mask, and I think they have like 6 different ones. The two I really love, we have the tea tree and the red ginseng. So tea tree, as you probably know, is really good if you're acne prone like moi. Ginseng is really good for anti-aging. You definitely see a ton of ginseng products in Korea, and people are always like, ginseng, good for health. So yes, here it says vitality, and then the green or the tea tree says calming and purifying. These ones are very affordable. I think these are each $2 or $2.50. These ones I love. These are fabulous. I didn't expect much from them when I first tried them, but I have gone back and ordered more of these because I'm scared they're gonna not stock these anymore on Memebox. And they're so good. So Skin 79, another fabulous, fabulous brand to check out for sheet masks. They also have one in this range, I think it's like honey. They have a water one, like glacial water. I think there's an aloe one, pearl, maybe rice. I can't remember. They have a lot, but the Skin 79 ones, bananas good and super, super, super affordable. Okie dokie, my next brand is not Korean. So I talked about these briefly before. These are from LA, but they are made in Taiwan. These are Karuna. These are so good. They're expensive though. I think if you buy these individually, they're $8, but you can also buy them in a set of 4, and then it ends up being $28 for 4, so it's $7 a pop. So I always buy a pack of 4. So the two that I love, Karuna has several different kinds. I love the clarifying and I love the exfoliating. I feel like if you have breakout prone skin, these two are fab. So the exfoliating one says it's oily combination problem skin, not suitable for sensitive. I do not have sensitive skin, so I don't have that. And then the clarifying one says it's good for problem or acne skin. Boom, done. I love these two. I think they do such a good job. I definitely noticed a difference the next morning. These are amazing. They are expensive, but they are absolutely worth the money. For these, the texture is definitely more on that traditional kind of sheet mask texture, like the paper towel, but these are so good. They have so much serum. These are the ones, because they are so expensive, I tend to leave these on like a good hour. Love the Karuna ones, but especially these two. I have tried some of their other ones. They had like a moisturizing one and an anti-aging one. I didn't love those because it wasn't really like suited to my skin type, but the exfoliating and the clarifying, oh baby, love. Okay, and the last brand I want to talk about before I get into my honorable mentions and my like, nah, don't go there masks, are by Leaders. So I have 4 masks by Leaders. These two are different, and then these two are actually the same, just different packaging. I had never used a Leaders mask when I lived in Korea. I don't know if the brand existed when I lived there. I love this brand. This is the brand I'm so impressed with, and I see such a difference in my skin. I love them. I love the texture. I have not had any negative experiences with them. They come in such a wide range of, you know, treatments. They have like anti-aging ones, anti-pollution, like anti-blemish, like the Leaders range is so, so broad. So the very first ones I tried, it was in packaging like this. So this one is for tea tree. This is like tea tree, so it's good for blemish prone skin. But this is the first kind of packaging that I was familiar with Leaders. I didn't expect anything from it because I don't really like the packaging. I think it's kind of ugly. But then I used it and I was really, really impressed. They did just change the packaging from this over to this, which I think is way, way more chic. But it's the same thing. It says Tea Tree Relaxing Renewal Mask. So these two are more of like the traditional style of texture. These ones say premium grade cotton mask. So it's not really like, you know, like the cheapo kind of like paper towel texture. It's a little bit elevated from that, but it's not really getting into that super like gel kind of texture. Really, really great. These ones run, I want to say, about $3. Sometimes you can find like a whole pack of them though. So these ones were like my first introduction into Leaders, and then I started branching out into other Leaders realms. So this one is their coconut gel mask. So this one is orange. They also have a tomato one, broccoli, blueberry, I think. So these ones are made from like this coconut fiber. It's a little bit weird, sometimes difficult to apply, but definitely a good mask. And then the most recent Leaders ones I have picked up, It is called 7 Wonders. So they actually have 6 different ones of these. So this is the Amazonian Acai Anti-Pollution Mask. They have one, it's like melon. They have a coconut one. They have hibiscus. I can't remember all of them. These ones are available at Ulta. I picked mine up off of Hotlook because they did have a Hotlook event for Korean beauty like a month or so ago. And it was amazing and insane. Now this range, like this 7 Wonders range, these ones definitely have a weird texture. It's definitely more in this like futuristic, like space age, gel, coconut. These ones are called biocellulose. So it's sometimes really difficult to apply because it's really, really sticky. The fiber itself is very sticky when it's wet. So if it's like a piece of fiber over here touches it over here, it can just become like this huge hot mess. Sort of like, you know, if you're pulling off plastic wrap and if like plastic wrap gets all like bunched up, it can be very difficult to undo. That's kind of how I feel with these sheet masks. But these ones are awesome. All of the Leaders masks have so much extra serum. So you could do one mask and keep using the serum for like a week. I'm not kidding. There is so much in it. So good. But the Leaders, oh baby, Leaders, this is like my big sheet mask discovery of the year. These are phenomenal. Okay, next I want to do like a brief honorable mention for a couple other masks. They're good masks, but I haven't used them as much as I have these other ones. So I really like them, but I don't love them as much as the ones I just talked about. But I like them for various reasons. So the first one is by Berry Some, and this is one of their animal masks. So it's not so much that I love this one. I actually haven't used like the raccoon one. But these masks, this line, this animal sheet mask, they are so cute. They are so bloody cute because the mask actually has like an animal face on it and it's just adorable and I love it. So these ones are just like amazing for the fun factor. They feel good. Maybe, you know, they moisturize your skin. They do a little something, but they're just bloody adorable. Next, this one is by Bon Vivant and Memebox actually just sent me this. This is the Illuminator Age Cover Mask Pack. So this one is in gold. They also have one that's diamond and one in pearl. Now, as you can see, this is divided into 2 sections. So it's a sheet mask. It's just divided into 2 chunks. So the top is like a mask that goes from like here and up, and the bottom part I think it's just for like your mouth. I think the top part goes down to cover your nose. These were super, super nice. Definitely a unique sort of serum texture. This one was more on like the milky side of the serum. A lot of the serums are typically just more like a gel or kind of like a watery essence. But this one was much more on like the creamy sort of milky side, which was kind of unique. Next, this is by Benton, and this is the Snail Bee High Content Mask Pack. This one I quite liked. I feel like this one was really good for like just like making your skin kind of like plump. I know like it's like it has like snail mucus, I think that's what it's called, snail mucus, snail slime, and then bee, so that's like bee venom. So the mucus is really good for like moisturizing, and then the venom is good for like plumping. So I did like that one. I can't remember any super specifics about it, but it was really, really good. And then the last one that deserves an honorable mention, this is the Ariel Juice Cleanse Mask. So they have several different of these juice masks. This one is the whitening recipe. This has kale, grapefruit, broccoli, lemon, carrot, and vitamin C. This one was really good. The one thing I don't like about this, and I talked about this in a favorites video recently, they're quite small. I did find the actual shape of the mask to be a little bit too small, and I ended up with serum in my eye, which did not feel nice. But the actual serum itself, I felt like the serum was doing really, really good things for my skin. So I like that, and I just need to be very careful when I use them in the future so as to not get it in my eyeballs. Okay, and finally, I want to talk about like one brand of masks that I don't really love. It's not so much that they're bad, I just think they're overpriced for what they are. That brand is Dr. Jart. I was definitely disappointed by Dr. Jart because they're expensive. Each sheet mask is like $8 or $9. And I was just quite underwhelmed with them. They felt fine, but I didn't really notice much of a difference. So yeah, it's not that it was bad, but I just expected more results for the price. Okay, so there you go. Those are sort of my favorite sheet masks, and then some like runners up, and then one kind of meh loser. I love sheet masks. I think they are fabulous, and I think this is something that's going to be such a huge beauty trend. I feel like it already is. but it definitely needs to come to America even more. Okay, also, I have a special announcement. I'm actually doing a sheet mask giveaway today for this video. So I want to say thank you, first of all, for getting this far in the video, because I know it is a lot and I had a lot to talk about with this. My giveaway is going to be for one person, one winner, and it's going to be more of like a personalized sort of sheet mask giveaway. So what I want you to do in order to win, in order to enter, leave me a comment down below. I want to know your skin type. I want to know your biggest skin concerns, and also if there are any sheet masks you've tried, like if you have a favorite sheet mask now, let me know, because I'm always looking for my new favorite. And also if there are any masks that I talked about that you're interested in, definitely comment about that. I'm gonna let this giveaway run for a week, and then I'm gonna choose the winner. Once I choose the winner and you give me this information about your skin type and your concerns and la la la, then I'm gonna pick out some masks kind of tailored to you. So it's going to be a little personalized giveaway. So yeah, like some of the masks I talked about, you'll probably see that. But maybe you mentioned some other concern and I've got something better like for you, so you're gonna get that. It'll probably be like 8 to 10 sheet masks. So yeah, anyway, there you go. That's my whole sheet mask spiel. I hope this wasn't too long or boring. I love sheet masks, as you can tell. I think they're fabulous. Definitely a wonderful, inexpensive addition to your beauty routine. I have never used any like super expensive sheet masks. Some sheet masks are like 20 bucks a pop, and I just don't use those because that's just crazy and that's just way too much money. I think you can get really good sheet masks for just like a couple bucks. Other brands that I did not talk about because I don't actually have any masks by those, Misha. If you can get your hands on Misha sheet masks, they're fab. Also, I love Skin Food. Skin Food has really affordable sheet masks, very good. Also, one thing unique with Skin Food sheet masks, I'm not sure if they still do it, but when I was living there, you could actually buy, it sort of looked like a tissue box, and it was just sort of like a package of maybe 20 sheet masks. So you just, you take one out and then you'd seal it. That was awesome. Those were super good. Also, one final thing with sheet masks, I could talk about this all day. Another tip about sheet masks, leave them in the refrigerator, because when you put them on and they're cool, it's so nice. It feels so refreshing. And I feel like that action, like just having that cooler temperature on your skin, it's really soothing. And it just sort of like helps to brighten and plump up your skin just from like a physical temperature perspective. Okay, so there you go. That is absolutely everything you need to know about sheet masks. Actually, probably not. I'm sure I've forgotten many things, and I will end up leaving notes in the description bar. Anyway, enter my giveaway. I'm excited to see which masks you guys love and which ones you're interested in. And have a fabulous weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.